For 120 years, Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus has searched the world over to bring audiences the new, the novel, and the never-before-seen, the stuff of which legends are made. What is there to equal the glories of the past, the bright promise of the future? And at the greatest show on earth, the future unfolds before your eyes, now.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, producer Kenneth Feld is proud to present the 120th edition of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, the greatest show on earth.
20!
Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus is charging into the 90s with an energetic new spirit and a bold new look. And leading the way is an irresistible new star, a charismatic young performer who has already risen to the top of the circus world. Now, making his American debut with the greatest show on earth, from Italy, Flavio Togni.
The 120th edition of The Greatest Show on Earth, this year's Blue Unit, is special because it's 20 years ago that I started with Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey, and I wanted to do some things that were reminiscent of 20 years ago, but in a brand new way. And the major thing was bringing Flavio Togni and the Togni family from Italy to America with all of their relatives, two-legged and four-legged.
For more than 4 generations, the Tognis of Italy have maintained their undisputed ranking as first family of the circus. Their journey into the American spotlight began on the open roads of Europe, traveling town to town with their family circus.
We work in all the most beautiful places in Europe, and the only place that we're really missing performing was in America. It was my dream since I was 12 years old to come to America and work for Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. And now my fairy tale became a truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest show on earth is proud to present the world's newest circus sensation. From Italy, Flavio Togni.
They can feel what I would like them to do even before I give the command to them. You know, just maybe with a little movement of my hands before I can already open my mouth to tell them what they're supposed to do. They're doing it.
It was for a performance of this same act at the International Festival du Cirque de Monte Carlo that Flavio was honored with the coveted Silver Clown Award. His showmanship, together with his irresistible style, have earned Flavio Togni a devoted following on both sides of the Atlantic.
He has a boyish charm, a lovingness that he brings to the audience. And it's a special thing. And I think this is what America wants today. This kind of love that is so recognizable between man and the animals that he is with and that he presents, and the audience.
My whole family was working with animals, and I've always loved them. And when my mother and father they couldn't find me, when they were looking for me, they used to come in the elephant tent, on a horse tent, and there I was. The main thing in training animals is to understand the animal. Before starting the real training, there must be a feeling between the animal and the trainer. And the feeling comes with a lot of time passed together with that animal.
A lifelong animal lover, Flavio is deeply concerned about the care of each and every one of his four-legged co-performers.
We've tried to give the horses and the elephants and all the other animals the more comfortable condition to live and the best condition for them. And the horse stalls are very important because, you know, the horses are loose, they are free inside, so they can move around, they can see whatever's going around them. It's very important for the psychology of the horse.
Today, in the wilds of Asia, the elephant is nearing extinction. On the continent of Africa, the elephant is hunted down for the value of its ivory. Soon, the white rhino will no longer walk the face of this earth. Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus is deeply concerned about the plight of all endangered species. The greatest show on earth is proud that all the animals in our care are able to live long and healthy lives, free of harm, free of fear, and filled with all the love that we can give them.
It's sort of like a peaceable kingdom. And what's important is that the animals in the circus are cared for like our people in the circus, because they're so important to us. They live longer, they're happier, they're more interested in what they do.
From the United States of America, a colossal collection of circus simians and canine comedians. In Ring 1, the Lee Stevens African Baboons. In Ring 3, the Carmen Hall Mayimba Baboons. And in Ring 2, the Johnny Pierce Muttville Comics.
All 11 dogs now appearing in the greatest show on earth were rescued from animal shelters. 2 Spitzes, 1 Greyhound, 1 Beagle mix, Terrier mixes, and several mixes.
Oh, they love coming out and showing off anything. Males come out, the hair will ruffle up, they'll shake their drums, they turn around and sit down in the seats and go, "Ooh, we're here." So you have that sort of personality. Do they enjoy it? Yes, they enjoy it.
Everyone is different, yes. They all have different habits, they have different temperaments, they have different personalities. I have a Marlena Dietrich, I have a Spencer Tracy, I have Vivian Lee. I've named each baboon as close to that temperament as I could.
Amazing aerial artistry high above the hippodrome track. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wynn family.
This heart-stopping brand of daredevilry was originated by the Wynn family, 7th-generation circus performers. While other kids were riding mini bikes on the ground, the Wynns chose to stunt ride motorcycles up steel cables.
Classic circus artistry at its finest. Over Ring 3 from Mexico, the Flying Morales. And over ring one, the sensational Flying Gooties. And now, the legendary triple somersault, attempted over ring three by Martin Morales. And attempted over ring one by the third American woman ever to accomplish this amazing feat, Lori Guti.
Welcome, amigos, to the greatest show on Earth's 120th anniversary Latin Spectacular.
An elegant display of dressage horsemanship, presented to perfection by Europe's foremost circus family, from Italy, La Famiglia Toni.
Learning to perform the highly intricate and delicate dressage or high school maneuvers requires time, intense concentration, and infinite patience.
A high school horse is a perfect harmony between the rider and the horse. There's no horse and no rider. It's one block. They're supposed to think with the same head, supposed to move with the same muscles, and everything has to be done together. You never finish training a high school horse.
Of high-stepping, high-spirited Liberty Stallions, presented by La Famiglia Toni.
Artistry and danger combined for the most death-defying presentation in the history of the greatest show on Earth. On the high wire from Spain, the Quiros. Ladies and gentlemen, from Argentina, Los Gauchos Latinos.
The first gauchos were 19th century cowboys from the land of Argentina, adept at using their boleadoras to catch wild animals. Now, the spinning of the bola has transcended its original function to become an art. Once set into motion, they become fraught with danger and excitement.
The people play the drum for you as a bass. Now you have to make the melody and you have to make the rhythm. ¿Sabes la idea? ¿Sí? Sometimes you go something like that. And when we dance the gaucho, it's more difficult because we do like this. See, for example, go pa, pa, ta, can. See, we perform and we do this. We are little musicians, dancers, emperor, and acting all together.
So, you want to be a clown? Here's what you got to know. To be a clown, you have to know how to balance. Oh, get out of here. Come on. Get my everything on the neck with you.
Juggling, very important when you're a clown. Here you go, Hugh. Kind of big kid. What time you got?
I'm a new act.
If you want to be a clown, you have to know how to laugh. Now, it's very important to work together when you're working with a clown.
I can't get this off.
Well, you gotta work
the
together.
problems. I can't get the box open.
Get it out.
I did my foot. What did I do? I did.
How you think? We'll go right over here.
So if you want to be a clown, you have to know how to take a fall. Now this is the classic 108.
I don't do that one no more.
To be a clown, you need to be able to work with animals.
We got married 11 years ago.
And then came that blessed event.
You ever notice how some people start to look like they're animals?
Hey, what's the matter with you? You looking for something?
Oh, that's all right. Very nice hot fox. To be a clown, you need to be able to work with special effects.
I can't see a thing. I can't see the thing.
The important thing in comedy is the element of surprise.
To be a clown, you gotta have a couple of good blow-offs up your sleeve.
What's that?
Now that's comedy.
Now, to be a clown, very important to know how to take a slap.
Don't put your hand up to me. I'm the slapper.
To be a clown, you gotta know how to dance. To be a clown, you have to know how to throw a pie.
Oh no.
Whoa!
And you gotta know how to take a pie.
What are you laughing at?
Now that's the element of surprise.
And now, back to our show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest show on earth is proud to present, for the first time in America, the incredible combination of an African white rhinoceros and the mysterious Black Panther, exhibited by Flavio Toni.
The enjoyment I get working with the rhino is that after spending so much time with him, I can feel that he has complete trust on me. And it's beautiful to see that an animal trusts a person so much.
High-flying acrobatic excellence in all three rings. In Ring 3 from Mexico, a backward somersault on stilts by Martin Morales. In Ring 1 from Hungary, a backward somersault to the high solo perch by the Helicons. And in Ring 2 from Poland, a backward somersault to a 5-man high by the Rotmans. Ladies and gentlemen, in the great family tradition of the circus, the greatest show on earth is proud to present a dangerously beautiful display of grace and coordination. Suspended by their hair alone, the Marguerite Michelle.
Our hair is it's braided into a special knot that has a hook in it, and that's what's hooked up to the cable that pulls us up by our hair.
The performer is compelled to remain perfectly still. Movement of the head is restricted and vision is limited, adding to the myriad dangers of this highly unusual act.
Ever since I was little, I've always watched my mother perform, and I've always wanted to do the same thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest show on earth is proud to present the largest group of mixed wild animals in the world today. Lions, tigers, leopards, bears, and hyenas, presented by Luis and Marcia Palacio.
Each of the 13 animals in this act has staked out his own territory within the great cage. The tigers and lions reign unchallenged at the front. The leopards keep to the sides, and the rear of the cage is the exclusive property of the bears and hyenas. Only in this way can natural enemies work together in harmony.
grace, strength, and amazing balance, presented to perfection. In ring 1 from Italy, the Savio. In ring 3 from the United States of America, the Weekends. And in ring 2 from Italy, the Pellegrini brothers.
Our most important and difficult trick, we call it this way, that we do is the head spin.
He turns around and makes it more difficult. I have to follow him, and also for him, he's not just looking at one place and so, oh, I'm there, you know. He spins around. I know it because I used to do it with my father too, so I know the feeling to be up there and see everything going around very fast.
Each and every maneuver in this trio of balancing acts requires strength, coordination, and above all, mutual trust on the part of the performers.
In a way, we work together. I couldn't do without him, and he couldn't do without me. So we have to stay together.
Forever.
The magic of the future, the fantastic. Leading the thunder and power of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey performing pachyderms in our very own Star Saga, the world's newest circus sensation, Flavio Toni.
Performing, I like better to perform with the elephant because you can be a show-off, you can be, you know, showman, right? You can, you know, play, joking.
The new sensations of a new generation. Flavio Toni has stepped into the spotlight of the greatest show on earth and made his mark in circus history. The promise of the future has already been fulfilled. The magic of the circus is alive and well.
And I guarantee you, every year will be something new, something different, something exciting.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining us here today at the 120th edition of the greatest show on earth. And until we meet again, may all your days be circus days.
May all your days be circus days.
May all your days be circus days.